And good evening. The big story tonight, nearly a dozen railroad crossings in Sugar Land closed during tonight's rush hour because of a train derailment.
No one was hurt when the cars jumped the track near Brook Street, but the closure is affecting a lot of people along Highway 90.
Yeah, Adam Bennett is live in Sugar Land tonight where the cleanup is still underway. Going on right now. Adam?
Well, we'll start with some good news, guys. The crossings here at Brook Street and also Easton Avenue, which is the one behind me, those have reopened since the last time we checked in, but all of the crossings in between those 2 points along the tracks here along US Highway 90 alternate, those are still closed. But some more good news, nobody was hurt in this derailment. I'm told there's no danger to the public. That's because this Kansas City Southern train was carrying sand. About 1 o'clock this afternoon, it was heading westbound through Sugar Land when at Brook Street, somehow a set of wheels on one of those cars came off of the tracks. That train then dragged those wheels along for quite some ways, damaging concrete and signal systems at those several crossings. Now, I'm told it even started a small grass fire at one point, but that was quickly put out. A city spokesperson says that the engineer then realized what was happening around Easton Avenue and stopped the train at that point. Sugar Land police then came in to block those crossings while the crews did those repairs. At this hour, those repairs continue while Union Pacific spokesperson says they will be doing a joint investigation with the train company to figure out why this train derailed, why those wheels came off at that point, and also whether all of the warning systems were working properly. In the meantime, though, the city says they have notified several employers that are along these tracks, as well as the Sugar Land Skeeters baseball team. They do have a game a little bit later tonight. Send it back to you.
Yeah, nobody hurt. That's the good news. Thanks, Adam.